Hi, good evening to all. And today we will discuss something important for those people who are supposed to, sit in the exam for the TCS. I'm waiting for the responses. Do let me know, am I audible and visible to everybody? Do let me know, please. Am I audible and visible to all? And today we'll discuss all the important questions for TCS. Those already has been came in previous year. Okay. And now also I'll tell you like what will be the resources from where you can prepare, what will be the roadmap and all. Okay. Do let me know. Am I visual and audible to everyone? Very good evening. Very good evening, Prince. And very soon here, today actually I was fixing my setup. Very soon we'll start again our lead code series as well. Okay. Cool. So do let me know. Am I visual and audible? And how's the energy? Are we good to go? Are we good to go? Okay. Cool, yeah, cool. We'll discuss problem statement one by one. Again, when it comes to the service company, I always mention we need to read questions carefully. And once we'll figure out a story, we'll understand the solution. Okay, we'll understand the solution. Cool, yeah, cool. So now here, this is the problem statement. Okay, this is the problem statement. Trust me, problems are not that much tough, which we expect, but once we read the problem statement carefully, okay, we'll figure it out. And this is the question which already has been arrived in the previous year question. Okay, in TCS itself. So now let's read the problem statement carefully, then we'll figure out the solution, and then I'll write the code. Okay, and also I'll give you homework today, the similar homework today, the questions which are already appeared in the previous year coding exams of TCS. Okay, cool, yeah, cool. And before we move, I want to know how's the energy? How's the energy? Are we good to go? Are we good to go? Cool, yeah, cool. Now, as every year, okay. Now this year the challenge is to tougher than ever. Okay. Now participants are given a map with multiple treasure chests, each containing a different amount of gold coins. Okay, so what will happen? There is a one, event happening in America, which is a grand treasure hunt, where which is organized every year. So now this year the challenge is tougher than they had ever. So participants are given a map. They will have a map like locations, multiple maps. Okay, with multiple treasure chests, like where the treasure is available, each containing a different amount of gold coins. So everywhere on the map, let's say there are 10 locations, and every location will have few gold coins. Cool, yeah. Your task is to find the treasure chest with the maximum number of gold coins to claim the ground prize. So now what we have to do? Always remember, when you want to write a solution, you just need to understand what you have to do. So your task is a super important line. Find the treasure chest with the maximum number of gold coins to claim the grand prize. Okay, so once you'll find the treasure chest with the maximum number of gold coin, you'll get a grand prize. Cool, yeah. Now you will be given an array. What you will be given? So that they are mentioning like rules of the treasure hunt. First is that you will be given an array of integers where each integer presents the number of gold coins in a treasure chest. Cool, yeah. We will have one what? We will have an array of integers. We will have what? An array of integers. Okay. Hi sir. Cool, yeah. Cool. Now you must determine the chest with the highest amount of gold and report the number of gold coin in it. Okay. Now let's see the input format. The first line contains integer value. This is the constant value which is given, like the value of n will be greater than 1, which means you will not have a negative number. First thing. Second, the size will be less than or equal to 10 to the power 6. Okay, representing the number of treasure chest. Cool, here. Now the second line contains n space separated integers, where each integer represents the number of gold coins in a treasure chest. Cool, here. Now print a single integer. Output should be output. Like, now you understand, you need to take two input values. First is this, second is this. You just need to print only one line, which is this. What? Print a single integer, the maximum number of gold coins found in any chest. Cool, yeah. So now this is the size of the array, like the locations where the number of gold coins are available on every chest. Now here, now here you have these elements. Now you have these elements, which means this is an array. Your job is to find the maximum number of gold coins where they are located, which means the maximum number in array. This is nothing. This is sort of a problem. Maximum number, yeah, maximum element in an array, right? Maximum element or the greatest element, anything. Maximum element in array. This is what the problem statement is, right? So our job is to figure out correct Sarang, array, loop, and max. And that's how we'll kill this problem statement, right? We'll kill this problem statement. So the simple is because we understood now. We understood it now because always in service companies like TCS NQT itself, they give you some kind of story by which you can understand, like you are able to understand the problem statement or not. But the problem, the solution is always some kind of an intermediate level. Cool, yeah, cool. So now we understand we will have an array and we need to figure out the maximum value. Cool, yeah, cool. So now we'll go to the code editor and then we'll solve this problem statement. Okay, then we'll solve this problem statement. I'll go to the Google and here I will search for, here I will search for, uh, here I will search for the code editor. Cool, yeah. So now I guess prep insta compiler will be fine for me. Prep insta compiler, there we'll write the code. Okay, so now here I guess I've already logged in. Now allow. Cool, yeah, cool. So here I'll choose the language. Let's say I'm writing code in Java. You can prefer in any language. You can write, depends up to you, right? It's up to you. So like again, when we are solving the problem statement, can somebody tell me what are the input value we need to take? Input value that we need to take first is the first line contains integer, the size of the array, right? The number of trees chest. And second is the n spacing separated integers. Okay, cool, yeah, cool. So now here what we'll do, we'll take the input values. We'll take the input values. So here for taking input value in Java, what we need a scanner class, right? We need what? We need an scanner class. So take an scanner class, scanner. But before using this, what we have to do? Tell me. I'll create an object of this, and here we will have a scanner. Again, trust me, these four important questions are the most repeated question, and that's why I'm covering here. That's why I'm covering here because this will help you a lot. So stay till end of the live. Okay, cool, yeah, cool. And again, if you haven't subscribed the channel, then do subscribe it because you will be keep having the videos regarding TCS and other hirings as well. So maybe this will help you a lot. So import, we'll import java.util, okay, dot scanner because we want a input value. In any other programming language, you just need to take an input. That's it. And here we will have system.in to take the input value. Cool, here, cool. So now we have a scanner class. Now our job is to take the first size of n as an array. So this will be like sc dot next in. That's how we take the input from in Java, right, from the user. And again, second will be the value we need in array. Right. Second thing is the value we need in array. Cool, here, cool. So we'll take the input value in array here. So now for that purpose, you need to define an array itself, yes or no? So now we'll define the array of size n, which we are taking from the user, And I hope this makes sense to all, right? This makes sense to all because this is not a tough thing, right? So now here, let's say we have one nums array where we'll store the treasure chest, the number of coins, gold coins, right? So new int, and here what we will have the n size array we are creating here, right? And then we will take the input in it. So for that purpose, I'm taking a loop here for int I equals to 0, I is less than what? N, because anyhow n is the length of the array and the last index will be n minus 1, right? So I plus plus on every index. And do let you know, I'll keep checking the comments. If you are having trouble, take the input map. Amanyu, sounds correct? Okay, sounds correct. So now here, what we'll do, we'll take the input, and this input, how we'll take it? You'll write the nums and then the I, and here we'll take the input. So the input will be sc dot next end. Cool, yeah. I believe few people are already ready, right, for killing the question. Cool, yeah, cool. Now here we have taken the input from the user end in the array itself. Now this was what we have done for taking the user input, like for taking the user input. This first two input line has been completed. The input format has been completed. Now our job is to solve the problem statement. Okay, so you can have you can solve this problem in multiple way. First thing people can think like, sir, if we'll sort the array, then we'll return the last index element. But for sorting, at least we'll take the n log n time complexity, right? Which is not a good way. So what will be the most appropriate way? So we can have a linear search by which we can have the maximum element, right? So that will be, I guess, the best approach. We can add, like we can have here. So I'll assume like int max. As of now, the first element of the array, I will assume this, like the maximum element we have as of now, which is the integers, like the first element of the array itself, and the array is nums, not arr. So array is nums here. Yeah, I guess I should zoom this little bit. Maybe you'll be having trouble while seeing the code, right? Cool, yeah, cool. So now for doing this, what we can do, we can have a simple loop here, and I is equals to 0. Again, I is less than n, which is the length of the array, then I plus plus. And what you will do, you'll compare, like if, or compare directly. You can use the math function also, right? You don't have to worry about a lot. So here what you can do is that you can update this max with the current value, right? So math dot max, and here you can have the current value, which means nums I, like the zero value we are already assuming, so we don't have to start from zero. So we can start this from 1, right? So we don't, why we will check twice. And second thing, you can have the max here. Second thing, you can have the max here. This is what we have done, right? This is what we have done. But if the input in string format, how to convert a string into an integer array? They haven't mentioned about a string, yeah. They are telling like you will have the input in array only. Okay, but if the input is coming, then you can use a split method. Okay, if the input is coming, this is compiler facing input issue. Yes, they can face. Yeah, they can face. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you the official approach how TCS receives the input. This is the way you'll put the input values. Cool, yeah. But if it's in a string format, you can convert that by using a split method into an array. Okay, cool, yeah. So now this is how you'll compute the maximum value, and once you have computed the maximum value, you'll print this. Okay, anyhow in TCS we don't return if they haven't mentioned it. If they specifically mention, then you can return. Otherwise, you just need to print. So print ln, and here we'll print what? We'll print the max. Let's see. I hope I have written the logic correctly. If I'm not wrong, so we'll take the same input value that we had in the PPT. Like the values were we had in the example itself. We had 5 size 15, 45, 78. The size was 5, 15, 45, 78. The third thing was 23, 56. 2356 probably, I guess, right? So I hope I haven't made any typo error. Typo error means the typing error. Okay, so I'll run the code now. We'll see the output, which is 45. Oh no, this is not yet the thing. We should have, definitely we have written something incorrect. Okay, so right now what we are having here, we are having all the values in the array. Cool here. Or is this problem with the input thing or what? So we will have the maximum value. We are assuming like that. Oh, nums I, not nums I. It's a I actually. I've written 1 by mistake. So now here, I guess we will have the correct thing. Correct, 78. So this is what the problem statement we have solved as of now, right? And I hope this makes sense to all. You can have the simpler logic. Using s2i function. It depends on the language to language, but in Java you can have you can have a split method. In JavaScript you can have a split method. It completely depends on the language to language. If you are having an input value in a string, you can convert that in array. That's not a big challenge. Cool, yeah, cool, Pravas, cool. Yeah. So now this is what we wanted to solve. And now can somebody tell me what will be the space complexity and time complexity for this particular problem? Because they can ask you in the technical interview. Because anyhow we are using only one loop. Look at this, we are using one loop here for taking input. But always remember, space complexity will not be dependent on the input size, this one, because this is the input which we will get. Anyhow, are we utilizing any other data structure? No, we are not. So if we are not utilizing any other extra data structure, we will have the space complexity of constant big of 1. And again, for solving this, we are using a linear approach. We need to iterate the whole array from 0 to n minus 1. That's why the time complexity will be big of 1. Correct, 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 correct. Can you solve the same in Python? Sir, what is the exam date? Yeah, Ajay, because if I'll change the language, then other people will also ask like CPP and other thing. What you can do, you can write the same solution and you can ask the chatbot to convert in Python and CPP and C Sharp, any language which I'm working with. Because anyhow, what I want to tell you, I want to tell you the logic, right? The super important logic, which may help you to crack the TCS. Okay, cool, yeah, cool. So there is a confusion of exam date. Don't worry, it will be announced. Once it will be announced, anyhow you're following all the social media platforms of Prepinsta. So you'll get the update there. You don't have to worry about. Cool, yeah. Now we'll go here back. We'll solve the another problem statement. Because anyhow I have 4 problem statement, 4 most important problem statement that may help you, to understand the pattern, or maybe you'll see the direct same question. So the most repeated one thing. These were the constant value, and now you read it. I haven't read it here. This will allow you to understand you like what will be the maximum limit of the input values. So this is also one of the important thing by which you can define your own logic. Cool, yeah, sir. You tell us M for prime. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Don't worry. I'll tell you the resources from where you can correct. Yeah, correct. M for the prime. I'm telling you the simpler story here. The simpler story, my teacher were used to tell, because now if somebody will tell here like, sir, you're taking the time, but I'll tell you 1 minute short story. While I'm telling you to M for the prime, there was one competition to stop a bull. To stop a bull. So what happened? A lot of people were trying that. There were 3 people. There were 3 people. Okay, and the first person thought like, I'll just catch the tail of that bull and I'll stop it by by using my force, my power. Second person thought about like, there is a one upper part that we call in Hindi kubad. So he thought like, we'll catch that part and we'll stop that bull. And third person was thinking like, he'll catch the horns and try to stop that bull from the first starting part, from the face itself. So now all of them tried to stop that bull. All of them tried to stop that bull. But you know what happened? The person who was trying to catch the tail, he lost his one chance and fall on the ground, weren't able to stop it. Second person tried to stop that from that coup, but that that upper part on the that bull's back. So again, he missed one chance. He again come to the tail. He tried to stop. He tried very enough. Almost he was able to do it, but at the end, bull was smart enough and powerful enough. He left out, and again, second person also fall on the ground. Third person tried because he was aiming for the most complex thing. So he tried to stop from that horn, from the face part, and then he left one attempt. He come on that upper part of the back. He again left. Again he tried to catch the tail, and he was able to catch the tail, and he stopped that bull, because bull was also tired after 3 attempts. So when you aim high, anyhow, if you will not reach on the top, at least you will have something. So that is the ideology behind targeting something big. Always target big. Always target. So I'll suggest to everybody the target big. Okay, target for the prime, and have an amazing package. Have an amazing package, and then write thank you in the comment box after when you get the placement. Then come here and write the thank you. I'll be very happy to see that. Okay, cool, yeah, cool. So now we'll solve this again. Okay, we will solve this again. Another problem. It was for the story part. Cool, yeah. So now sorting list a risk level at airport security. So now we'll understand the problem statement. Read it carefully. Okay, read it carefully. Yeah, I can solve this in Python, CPP, and Java as well. But I know most of the people are from Java here actually, and so I planned the same thing. But anyhow, if you understand the logic, you can then generate the code from the GPT also in Python and other languages. That will also help you. The important thing is that you understand the logic, you understand the approach, how you will approach the problem statement. So there is another problem, and I guess I've seen 3 to 4 similar problem with different language in the TCS itself. The same question. I guess few people will be able to identify this problem here. Okay, say if you identified this problem, we already solved this in previous. We were doing one coding live earlier. Then we also saw the similar problem statement. So sorting risk level at airport security, we'll understand this. Airport security officials have confiscated various items at the security checkpoint. Each item is designed assigned as a risk. And I guess this problem statement is similar I have done previously or something. If I'm not wrong. So I guess we'll already covered this in somewhere. But no worry, if I haven't, then we'll do this. Correct, Karan. So now actually there was some problems for the hazard. I guess the PPT has changed. But any of the problem statement is same. You don't have to worry about. The problem statement is same with different input value in the different language. That's it. So this will also be very helpful. And this also has been asked in the previous year of the TCS NQT. So airport security officials have confiscated various items at the security checkpoint. Each item is assigned a risk security level categorized into three levels: 0, 1, and 2. 0 means low risk, medium means high, the middle risk, and again 2 means high risk. Cool, yeah. Now these confiscated items are placed in an ordered list, means randomly they are dropped. Okay, so your task is to sort the items based on their risk severity in the ascending order, ensuring that low risk item come first. Low risk item means 0 come first, followed by the medium means then 1. First 0 should come, then 1 should come, and finally high risk means then we should have 2. Okay, then we should have 2. Then we should have what? Then we should have 2. Okay, items. Input format, the most important thing, because most of the time people are able to understand the problem statement, but they're never able to submit it because they take the input in the wrong way. So it's important to read the input things very carefully. The first line contains an integer value. The integer value is really large. Okay. Now here representing the number of confiscated items. Now the next n lines each contain an integer. The next line will contain the integer value 0, 1, and 2, representing the risk severity level of an item. Cool here, cool. Now here print the sorted sequence of risk severity level in single line. Okay, separated by the spaces. Always remember, once you see these kind of problem statements, so what you will have this. Oh, actually again here, again, this is a mistake in the PPT itself. Nothing more. If we have the 4 input, you will have the 4 size here. Actually, no, what I was doing, I was reducing the input size. There were 7 values. So I don't want to keep that 7 value because that was going out of this PPT. So I removed the 0 and 2 from here, but forgot to remove this, update this 7. So this is 4. Okay, so now you have the n size, which is 4. Now you have this 4 values. You have this 4 values, right? So now your task is to sort them and print them in a single line. That's it. That's it. And also, I guess this problem statement we have already covered. Correct Dutch national flag. Correct, Karan, correct. So cool, yeah, cool. So now we'll solve this problem statement as well. So what could be the logic? What could be the logic? Logic, and again they are mentioning here, like what will be the constant values. The value of n will not be greater than 10 to the power 6. You will not have even a single negative values. At least you will have a single value. Each element in the array. Now you understand this. The value will be in the format of array, and again the solution should run in the big of n time complexity and an extra. But again, we can also optimize this further. You don't have to worry about. Cool, yeah, cool. So the thing is that what we can do, we will have this array. For example, 0, 2, 1, 1, 0. We need to sort this. Okay, so how you can sort this? You can use the Dutch national flag algorithm, or you can use a binary search concept, anything, right? So what you will do at starting or 2 pointer, you will have here start pointer. Here you will have the end pointer. Okay, and also you will have the similar as the mid pointer. So what you will do, if you get the 0, you'll put on the left. You'll increase the left and the mid pointer. Okay, you'll increase the left and the mid pointer. Cool here. And now if you get the 1, you'll put that value on the end part, which means that if we are having 0, what we'll do, we'll increase the mid. Okay, we'll increase the start pointer or the left pointer, any name you give it. Okay, which means that this is what we'll do if we'll get the 0 again. So this is fine. Again, while iterating this, again the second thing can be if you get 1, okay, that is a middle value. So then you don't have to increase the value of the start. What you'll increase the value of mid. So for example, right now you don't have actually 1 here, we'll see this. but you have the 2. So once you have the 2, what you will do? You will not, increase the value of start. You will not increase the value of mid. You will increase the value of what? The value of end, and the value of mid also. So now here the value of end you will increase, and you will insert the 2 on the other hand, right? On the other hand, which means that first you will insert the 0, then you look for the bun. If you have the bun, then insert the bun in the mid. The simple thing. Okay, and again, if you have the 0, here what I'll do a dry run. Okay, I'll give you the code, then we'll do a dry run also to understand more better. Okay, I'll erase this because anyhow we haven't designed this properly. What I'll do now, I will have a one graph here to understand more, because now look at this. Let's say we have 0 1 1 0 2 1. Cool here. What you'll do, you'll put all the zeros. You'll figure out all the zeros, because any of you are doing this part. So you'll put all the zeros at the left, then you'll put all the 1 in the mid, because you can have the multiple algorithms. I'll tell you all of them. Okay, don't worry. So then the 2. The one thing can be you apply a binary search concept. Binary search concept. Second thing you can apply a frequency counter. Frequency counter. So anyone, I guess binary search is already familiar to all. I'll tell you this. What you can do, you can have a frequency array which is, let's say, size 3, where you'll have the value as indexes 0 1 2. You'll count the frequency of all the elements of 0, like how many 0 we had. We had 2. So 2 times you'll insert the 0. How many buns you had? You had 3. So 3 times you'll insert the 1. And again, how many times 1 you had? 2 you had 1 time. So you'll insert 2 1 time only. So this is how you can solve this problem also. So now we'll see the code now. You can have the multiple way. One is by taking like the mid, the start and end. You will insert all the value of the 0 to start, then increment start and mid, and all the value of 2 to the end by incrementing end, and again all the value of mid by incrementing the mid as 1. Cooler. So you can have the multiple approaches. Also on the preference prime, you will see the solution that same way. Correct. Correct. Somebody is writing the solution. Maybe this could be correct. I mean, this could be correct. Cool. So now we'll go back. And we'll understand it. Okay. Now we will understand this. So cool. We'll go back. We'll understand the solution here now. We are here. I'll remove this. So, but I'll keep few things similar, as like we need an size, and we need to define an array. I'll do this. And again, we need to take the values. Cool. We have this. Now this logic will be changed. So what we want is that actually, I was telling you the concept of frequency counter. So let's say I'll define a fric array here, and here you can use a map, you can use an array, both are fine, but anyhow, array is good. Okay, so new int with the size 3. Why? Because you will have 3 elements on 1 0 index, 1 index, and 2 index. So 0 and 1 and 2 will, we'll use them as a value. So I'm defining this. And also I'll ask you for the space complexity of this. Okay, I'll ask for you the space complexity of this. What will be it? Cool. So now here we go. What I'll do, I'll iterate this whole nums array. I can use a for each or anything here, right? That's fine. So I'll use num here. Anyhow, I want to tell you a different syntax. So nums, this is an array. What I'll do in frequency array, yeah, again, if you get the difficulty to understand, do let me know. I'll do a dry run also. Okay, I'll do a dry run also. Not 7H. Correct. I've updated also that in the PPT itself. Okay, don't worry. So now here on the value of this num, like whatever value we will get from the array, we'll treat that as an index of this frequency array, and we'll keep updating value by 1. So your task is to insert. Now your num array is free. Right? We are not using it. So what you will do, you'll insert the value in the num itself. Cool here. So you will have the space complexity constant. Cool here. So now we'll use this for int I equals to 0. Okay, I equals to 0. I is less than what? N, which is the size of the array anyhow, the I plus plus. And what we will do, we'll update the nums itself. Cool here. But anyhow, what you have to do here. The first thing, the important thing is that you will iterate that whole array, which is fine. But here you have to check one thing, that once you have inserted the number of zeros, you have to reduce that value in the frequency array itself, right? So now what we can do here, we can have the while or something. I guess while is fine for me, not for loop. So now while, because we don't know how many times we have to do, there could be a different number. So once the frequency of the zeroth index, okay, is greater than 0, which means that you have the number of zeros, right? So we'll insert in the nums. We can define a pointer here to to insert the value, let's say, which is j, sent from 0 index. So now if this is, so in this nums, on where, on jth index, we'll update the value at 0, and every time we'll reduce the value of frequency on that point. The 0th index will reduce the frequency. Right? This is what the logic is. Right? Again, the similar thing for what? Similar thing for the one index. So for the frequency one, because on one index we have stored the number of one element we have. So one index, if this is greater than 0, anyhow, I've just created another approach while explaining you. So now here nums, and again here's a j, and every time what you have to do, you have to increase the j value. Why? Because we cannot insert all the value on the 0th index. So every time you will have the next upcoming value. So now here you will insert the number of 1 here, and again at the end, you will insert frequency, and this is 2. When on the second index value is greater than 0, then what you will do, you'll insert in nums. Here also you need to reduce the value frequency, the value you'll index on the one index, cool, here by 1 every time. And what you will do, then you'll update the value of j, because anyhow you will have the next upcoming value. So now here nums, and at j index you will insert 2, the number of time 2 you will have, and again here what you will do, you'll reduce the frequency of the 2. Cool. Now what you'll do, you'll do j plus plus. That's what you had to do. Right? That's what you had to do. Now our job is to print our nums in a single line. So I will have one I here, and I equals to 0. I is less than what, num, and why I'll write nums dot length, right? So I plus plus. What I will do, I'll print it here. System dot out dot print, and in this print what will write, not print because that will take a new line. So here what you will do, you'll print the value which is nums I, and because I want to separate this with space, so I will have one space here also. Okay, so probably I hope I have written the correct logic, nothing has missed, there is no typo error, then we are good to go. If there is no typo error, because anyhow we are writing and I'm not checking it very carefully. So let's say we have the size 5, I'll take the 5 inputs, 1, then we have 2, then we have 0, then we have 0 again, we have 1 here. How many input value we have? 5. Cool. So let's see if this is coming or not. If this will not come, we'll figure out like where we have missed what. I hope. Correct. This is working properly, right? So now for you, the important thing is this. We have created an array with the 3 sides, which means the index value will be 0, 1, and 2. On 0 index, I will store the number of zeros. On the 1 index, I will store the number of 1 we have. On second index, I will store the number of 2 we have. And can somebody tell me what will be the space complexity? Few people will say like, sir, now this time the space complexity will be big of n. No, this is constant. This will be an auxiliary memory. This is constant. You are having the fixed size array, which is not dependent on the input size. So that will not impact in the in the big of n. That will not never come. So you have the space complexity as big of 1 and the time complexity as big of n. Why? Because this will take the n time complexity. Okay, I want to say 3 year prime, but cool here. Cool. Correct. Not n log n, not time complex will not be n log n. You're not dividing the input size. Okay, you're not dividing the input size. The input size is remaining same. Look at this. This will be the big of n. Okay. If you have all the zeros, then this will be big of n. If you have all the 1 only, you don't have any 0 and 2, you will have big of 1, big of n here. Again, similar for this big of n. So you will have 4 big of n, but any 5 big of n, and for printing also. So at the end, you will calculate this, you will ignore the constant value, you will have at the end big of n. Correct, Dikshit. So now we'll move to the another problem statement. Okay, the another problem statement. So now what I will do, I'll make the easy to understand them. But I want that you should write the solution. You should write the solution. Very lengthy story, a very lengthy story. But anyhow, we have to read it because that's how TCS ask. That's what TCS ask. It's an important thing. Okay. Because if I'm going to solve it will take a lot of time, but anyhow, I'll give you the hint how you can solve this. And you will have the solution of this also on the previous step prime. So you'll be I'll tell you, okay, but any of you have this problem statement, you'll figure the solution by yourself. But the important thing, you need to understand it. So now we'll make this AGPG. Okay, we'll make this AGPG. Cool, yeah, cool. So now here, but again here, I have also few questions. I want that everybody should like if you really enjoy this series. And again, also if you haven't subscribed, subscribe it for the further updates. Third thing, that be till the end, because anyhow you if you are leaving as of now, you'll miss a lot of things. So now here I'll also take the doubts at the end, don't worry. So now again, it's a Tina's birthday today. Okay, happy birthday, Tina. And everyone is bringing different gifts for her. Okay, everyone will come with gifts. Okay, assume like this is Tina. This is Tina. Okay, so now you forgot to bring a gift for her. Oh, no, it's your mistake. So you forget to, get one gift for her. Now, so she become a bit sad. Now she's sad. She's sad. Cool, yeah. To cheer her up, to make her happy, you have promised to give her teddies for the next end days. Like for the next end days. And end days you will have like how many days? Again, but how many teddies? You promise that you will give the teddies, but how many teddies? Now that Tina will decide. The number of teddies Tina will decide. She gave a list B where she has mentioned the number of teddies for each day from 1 to n. So what Tina did is that she provided a list where in the list she mentioned like how many teddies she wants on a particular day. Okay. Again, which she wants. The problem is that there is a limited supply of teddies in the city, which means that no matter how long list Tina will give, there's a limited supply of the teddies, so you cannot provide all the teddies. And what will happen further? So she decided to compensate for it with chocolates. So she decided, okay, if you're not able to bring a teddy, then you will give me the chocolates. Okay, but she has also set rule for each day for chocolate also. Again, she created another rule for the chocolate. Like it's fine if you're not able to give the teddy, you have to give the chocolate, but you must have to follow these rules. Like how many chocolates? Okay, for every missing teddy on day, you have to compensate with CI, means there will be an array where you will have I index, the number of chocolate you have to give for that particular day. Okay, the number of chocolate per teddy. Okay, so means the number of chocolate per teddy. Like let's say you're missing on the second day, and that time you wanted to give two teddies, and see what see the mention is that for particular day for one teddy you have to give four chocolates. So then you have to multiply with 2 multiply 4 becomes 8 chocolates. Okay, let's say on day 2 you have like they have explained the same thing. You have to give 4 teddies. Okay, means on day 2 you need to give 4 teddies to Tina again, but you gave only 2. You just given 2. So now you have 2 pending remaining teddies, right? Have to be compensated by chocolates from C2. So C2 here mentioned the value as 2, right? And for each day it may be different. Cool here. Given the maximum number of available teddies M, like the maximum number of available teddies in the city. Tina asked for multiple teddies, but anyhow in the city there are only M. So for other you have to compensate with chocolate, right? And the number of days N. Cool here, cool. Now you have to give the teddies in such a way that you maximize the chocolates on any given day that you have to give to Tina. Okay, you just need to maximize the you need to just need to maximize what you just need to maximize sorry minimize, not maximize. You need to minimize the chocolates, like because anyhow you are doing cost cutting. You just want to give the minimum possible number of chocolates to Tina. So this is a task. So now this is a task. So remember, this is the important thing which you need to solve. This is the important thing which you need to solve. You have to find the maximum number of chocolate of you have given to Tina over the period of n days. Like now you need to calculate that on which day you have given the maximum number of chocolate. Okay, in the best possible scenario. Cool here. The number of teddies on its a day which is asked by Tina is mentioned in sequence B. Okay, the number of teddies like will be mentioned in the B array. Okay, if on ith day means the index will be the number of day. On ith day you fail to give one more of these teddies. Okay, if you fail to give like the teddies, then for each teddy not given, it has to be compensated with the chocolate. So now you know the whole story. There was one Tina and one friend of her who forget to bring the gift. So now Tina is a little sad. So Tina decided that you will have one punishment for n number of days, like for let's say 10 days, 20 days, you have to give me teddies. And I will tell you like on which day you will give how many, you will give me how many teddies. So the problem is that there is a limited supply in the city of the teddies, limited supply of the teddies in the city. So you cannot provide all which is demanded by the Tina. So what you have to give, you have to compensate with the chocolates. So we'll have three arrays. Like the first array will be, the number of teddies Tina wants, which is a B. Again, the number of chocolates which you have to provide on that particular day for single teddy. Okay, and the number of days. You have these three inputs. Cool. Yeah. Now you have to plan in such a way that maximum chocolate that was given on any given day is minimum in any scenario, which means that you want to minimize the number of chocolate no matter how, but you have to optimize the cost. Okay, so goal is to minimize the number of chocolate that you need to give to Tina for any missing teddy on the day. Now, I hope the problem statement is quite clear to all. You understand the story. Now, what I want is that all of you should take the screenshot of this input value, this example. You should try by yourself. You try to figure out the logic. But if you get the difficulty, then write in the comment. Maybe I'll come in the next video to explain you the solution. Okay, but I want that everybody will genuinely try the solution. Everybody will genuinely try the solution. You understand the problem statement now. Okay, you understand the problem statement now. Cool here. Cool. So now here we'll see the another problem statement. Problem number four. Problem number four. Okay, and this the problem is Vishal has opened a new sports bar. Like there's a bar where people will come and play the sport. Okay, so on the very first day, he made the bar free for everyone. Marketing strategy. Let's see what is the marketing strategy. There are various pool tables which most of the people are interested in, and the pool tables are numbered from 1 to k. Okay, so the thing is that there is a one person Vishal who opened a one sport bar, and what he's planning is that on the first day he'll be making it for everyone for free. Now again there are various pool tables, right? Multiple tables are there again, which most of the people are interested, like most of the people will come and play on these tables. Cool here. Cool. So now here which are numbered from 1 to k. 1 to k. Okay, now here let's say there are n customers, and customer will visit to this particular sport bar. Who visited the bar, each has entry and exit time. Everyone will have an entry time, everyone will have an exit time. Just imagine the story. Okay, the customers are very specific with their pool table. They're very specific with their pool table. Okay, so whatever the table they have selected, they're very specific. If they get their request table, then they are going to play, otherwise they will leave. Which means that whatever table they have booked, they have requested for, if they are not getting that table, they will not play. They will leave the game, they will leave the bar. Okay, now the customer will arrive at a table at his entry time and has to leave the table at his exit time, which is a thing. A customer will use only a table with his preference, like whatever they have selected. If the customer doesn't get the specific table of their choice, they won't take any other table. Okay, even if it's available. Very, very rigid customers. Okay, so Vishal wants most of the customers to join his club so that they visit again and his business may flourish. So which means that now what Vishal wants is that, and I want that maximum number of people should visit here. So what Vishal will do, Vishal, if you are doing this business, what you'll think, the same thing has mentioned also in this remaining problem statement. Anyhow, we already, this live is going to be very long, but what is the scenario here? If you are doing this business, what you'll think like? People should book the slot for very less time, for the very less time. So let's say if there is a table number one, the same story they have told further. Okay, same story they were told further. So let's say there are two people who book the table number one, to whom you will assign the table. The person who will sit for the less time. Because anyhow, if the table is free after that particular time window, another person can come and play. You will have the maximum visitors. You will have the maximum visitors. So that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Now your job because what is the important job is that take the screenshot of this particular thing, try by yourself, try to understand from the example how the input value are going to be taken, what will be the output, how you can make the solution. Put a little good enough time. Put enough good enough time. And if you're having trouble while understanding, while writing the solution, write in the comments after the video. Maybe I'll come with the solution also. Okay. So again, the most important thing for you people is that, like, the important thing you already know, like the top three comments, the normal comment, not the live comment. But I have the Prepinsta Prime for free. What is the Prepinsta Prime? I'll tell you. And again, for further update, like when the exam will happen, what are the other companies are hiring, what will be the TCS and other things, you can follow these social media platform, which will give you the regular update. Again, what is the Prepinsta Prime? I'll tell you. And also, one last important announcement I will make. So wait till the end. Don't leave in the in the mid. So just wait till the end. I'll show you something important. I'll show you something important which may help you a lot here. Which may help you a lot. Because anyhow, there is only one thing to get successful in life. I've seen a lot of people who do a lot of hard work, but still they are not successful. Then what is the most important key factor for success? Being opportunist. Being opportunist. Which means when opportunity come, you try your best to grab it. That is the only one most important thing to be successful in life. So now I'm going to tell you one important thing here. This is the Prepinsta Prime. What you'll see here, you will see the dedicated course for the TCS NQT, plus more than 200 courses also of other companies as well, like the future for the companies. Once you will have this subscription, you can watch multiple videos. I'll show you the course as well here. You don't have to worry about. Once it will be being loaded, I'll show you the course also here. Okay, so if you will search here, yeah, I don't want to fill anything here. TCS NQT, you will have the TCS NQT course. Okay, this is the TCS NQT course. The prime for part, like the hard coding part. Now sign in with Google. I'll sign with Google because they want to verify, like I shouldn't be using this. Oh no, they are asking for the password. I hope this is correct. It's tough to remember the password of multiple ID. Just me. Oh, now it's open. I need to open the Gmail. Yeah, how can I? Uh, I'll do. Okay, in the phone actually. I don't have my phone as of now here, so I'm sorry I cannot show you this. But if it was logged in, that's fine. But again, the TCS course I'm telling you, where you'll see what? You'll see the complete prep insta, where you'll see the complete TCS and QT course. Okay, a dedicated course where you'll see every topic arranged in a very perfect way, which will help you to crack the aptitude, the verbal, and other things as well. Also, there Atul sir has covered multiple videos, the specific question, the specific mock, the assignments, you'll see right there. And also the other multiple courses also will have the access. Maybe this can help you a lot here. And again, the success rate of this TCS course for cracking for the previous, I'm telling for the previous year, I guess more than 70-80% people who have enrolled in this course were able to crack the exams. I'm telling the real time number. You'll see some details or somewhere also the testimonials of the other people. So that's what I'm telling you here. Also the important thing, if you go to the purchase page of this Prime, okay, you will have one offer by using a coupon code. So Prepinsta Prime purchase. If you write the purchase, you will have the purchase page. Okay, you will have the purchase page, such as this. And if you will come here, I'll just remove this. You'll come here. If you apply one coupon code like Pandey sir, you will have a discount. Okay. Anyhow, I'm just telling you why, because once you will have the proper roadmap, proper the path. Pandey sir, why it's not working? Maybe the peach capital or something, but there is a one coupon code. Not pay, yaar. We'll just cancel this. Yes, exit. Close this. Okay, here I guess there was one coupon code. I don't know why it's not working, but don't worry. I'll activate this. You try it later. I'll activate this. Don't worry. When you will write Pandey sir, you will have the update price. I'll ask the team to update it. Don't worry. You will get it. Okay. I'll ask the team to update it. You will get it. Again here, why? Because there is a very higher success rate of this course, and also personally TCS recommend this for preparing. So that's why I'm telling you. Cool, yeah, cool. So you'll apply the Pandey sir. I'll ask the team to update it. You will have this coupon code to to have the updated prices also. So follow the proper roadmap. See you in the upcoming video. And again, this important thing you'll try by yourself. This important thing. You'll try both the questions. You'll try the both the questions, and then you'll try to write the logic. Okay. If you're facing the challenges, write in the comment. Maybe I'll come up with the solution video also for these questions. Till then, bye bye to all. Wish you all the best, and I wish all of you will try hard. Try hard. And again, remember the story I told you in the mid. Target always aim high, and the key important, the key pointer for having a success is being opportunist, not being the hardworking. Hardworking is the only one factor, but being opportunist will always make you the successful person. Till then, bye bye to all. See you in the next live. I hope everything is crystal clear to all. Bye bye to all. Now I'm wrapping this live. Bye bye to all, and thank you for joining this. Wish you all the best. And again, all of you can do this. I strongly believe all of you can do this.